Yes, so welcome folks. Just in a little courtyard garden here with all this English box that I've got to prune back. And if you're looking in the background there, you'll see the roses. They're all iceberg roses. I would have preferred them to be all different colours, but anyway, they're all whites. And we cut them back about a month ago and they've burst up again because they were going dormant back then, but with the crazy unusual warm weather that we've had, these have all started to bud up again, so we've got lots of flowers coming on, needless to say. And that's going all the way around. The English box is going to get pruned next, and I'm standing in a bed of mint that it's been cut down, not hard enough because I've got a young lad to do it for me and he didn't know how hard to go back on it. Nevertheless, it's starting to spring up out of season slightly. Now we've got about 5 or 6 different varieties of mint growing in here, and it all needs to be top dressed now. The ground, you can see it's matted out because the root system of the mint is quite invasive. It travels everywhere, and where it's sort of more protected around these edges here, you can't see from where you are, but I can. There's a bit more growth going on there, and that's a good sign. So then look, mint's hard to kill at the end of the day, but wait, I've had a few people email me saying they've been able to kill mint. Surprisingly, but nevertheless, for those who don't kill it and have got some good mint, you can give them a top dress now. We are going to go into winter. We've got another month of good weather. Whether we get really cold winter or a mild one is yet to be seen, but judging by what's going on at the moment with this weather, I reckon it's going to be, you know, touch and go. We'll get a few cold days, but nothing dramatically cold. So in relation to citrus trees, which is what I'm standing next to, and I've just taken this label off. This is a Japanese seedless. Couple of things. It hasn't put on a lot of new growth. It's quite, you know, stunted. Well, not stunted, but, you know, well, I suppose stunted. It hasn't grown much more than what you see there. It went through a shock period because of all the heavy rain. It dropped all its leaves. It's come good again, but now it's just stopped at this stage. It's trying to push down from the bottom, and we've gone through this before. All this here, now that part there is actually from the mandarin tree itself, but down below we've got some coming up, suckers coming up, which in their own right will become a tree of their own, but if you let them grow, you'll lose all the strength on the top, and you want it to actually grow from the top. That's unless you want to start again from the bottom and the top's already died out. I've just removed them, as you can see. Now this needs a feed. We've got to be careful with citrus because they are putting on their fruit. This one hasn't, obviously, but other trees that do have fruit, it's their cycle of season now to start growing their fruit, maturing it, getting the flavours and juices that you want in them to harvest, you know, in about 3 months, 4 months from now. Now, this is a little bit unstable. You can see that. I'm looking closely at the root ball here, and it's moving. So I need to feed this up and see if I can establish and entice the roots to grow out. Problem being here is we've got so much mint growing around the base of it, and it will take over. So it's going to be a big struggle for this tree to compete against the mint in the short term, not so much in the long term. So we've got to work a little bit harder with these plants. Now, by comparison, there's an orange tree over there that's growing amongst some lavender, and that's doing a lot better. Now that was a smaller tree than this, but it's got a lot more foliage. So you can see the fibrous roots or the feeder roots have actually taken to the ground, and they're holding, it's holding its color and size and shape. So we're gonna feed this one, and I'm just gonna top dress this with our planting mix, and I'm gonna add some superfood to it as well. So I might start with a superfood around the top. Now, a couple of handfuls. A good thing to do with trees, now in this case here we've got a lot of mint, and I said that, but a good thing to do with trees, or in all plants in fact, is to feed outside the root zone. Yes, you can feed on top, but it's always good to feed outside so that you can try and entice the roots to grow out a bit more. Don't worry about me standing on this mint, it's tough as nails. So feeding not only over where the drip line is, that's great, but the feeder roots tend to be further out than just close to the trunk. You'll find that the actual structural branches, or roots rather, are closer to the trunk, and yet the new feeders will be spreading out, look in search for more nutrients. So feed outside as well of the drip line. And that way, oh geez, that smells good. Not the superfood, folks, it's the mint that I'm smelling. It's a combination of superfood and mint. Anyway, so we've done that, and now I'm just gonna cut the bag open because I didn't bring a scissors. This is our famous planting mix. Now I'm gonna add, I'm gonna go by eye now. This is just over, you know what, the whole bag. This whole area needs to be dressed anyway. Now this has got compost, manure, worm castings, a little bit of black grit in it. Don't worry about any small plants, well in particular the mint, I wouldn't worry about it. Bury it, and we'll come back in a couple of weeks to see how this is progressing, because I reckon the reaction to this is going to be tremendous. Now that's only one bag and I've covered almost a square metre, about 2 or 3 inches thick, 50 mil, like that there. So citrus trees, folks, it is time to feed them. In fact, you feed them all year round. Now I say every 3 months, but if you see a tree that's struggling, this one here needs a little bit of a kickstart, I'll give it a top dress. That's what you've got to do with your trees as well. So planting mix, if you like, you can get this on our website. A couple of garden centres are stocking it at the moment. You can find it on our stockers page. Or otherwise, get yourself some black grit or superfood as well. Or go to your local garden centre and look for a quality planting mix or compost blend that you can top dress your plants with like that. And mulch, so important to get mulch over the top. I haven't got any at hand at the moment. It's about 150 metres on the other side, but rest assured I'll be top dressing this as well, as I'm going to do with the rest of the garden, but because you can see it's quite arid. Check out our website, vasilisgarden.com, for everything you need every day, and local garden centres are stocking our range as well. From me, Vasili, Maresi. Hey, don't forget to water it. Don't be a silly bugger like me and walk away and not water it. Give it some Eco Butch, our biostimulant, and our liquid gold, and give it a good soaking. Or you can just wait for the rain to come, because I reckon it's just around the corner. Maresi.